In December 1941, during Japan's assault on Wake Island, a Grumman F4F Wildcat was forced down while defending the airfield. Unlike most wrecks, this one survived largely intact. Japanese forces swiftly secured the remains and later shipped the airframe to Japan. It became one of the very few nearly complete American fighters captured early in the war. For Japan, it offered a rare chance to directly examine the layout, engineering, and combat features of frontline U.S. Navy aircraft. Japanese technicians, likely with Mitsubishi oversight, restored the Wildcat using a mix of reverse-engineered parts and improvised fixes drawn from observation and available notes. Once repaired, it was painted with the Hinomaru, the red sun roundel, and flown in controlled trials. Early testing confirmed what Japanese pilots had already noticed in battle. The Wildcat was slower than the Mitsubishi A6M0, with weaker climb and turning ability, and overall greater weight. Yet the Wildcat possessed traits the Zero lacked, and they were crucial. Powered by a 1,200 horsepower Pratt & Whitney R1830-76 Twin Wasp, it could reach about 331 miles per hour at 21,000 feet. That was slower than the A6M2's 331 miles per hour at 14,900 feet, but it had a higher service ceiling and superior dive performance. The Wildcat also came equipped with self-sealing fuel tanks, cockpit armor, and rugged construction. Test pilots determined it could endure far more punishment than any Japanese naval fighter than operational. This directly influenced survivability and pilot safety in drawn-out engagements. Standard armament consisted of 6.50 caliber Browning M2 machine guns, which delivered strong forward firepower. Japanese evaluations measured their damage, penetration, and striking force. Against the Zero's lighter 7.7mm guns and 20mm cannons, the Wildcat's weapons were judged sturdier, more reliable, and capable of longer sustained fire before overheating. One flaw stood out: the manually operated landing gear, requiring 29 hand crank turns, was labeled outdated and awkward under combat stress. Japanese reports marked it as a serious weakness. The captured Wildcat's trials influenced Imperial Navy doctrine, shifting instructions away from long-turning dogfights with American fighters. Instead, pilots were urged to rely on high-speed boom and zoom strikes, exploiting the Zero's superior climb rate and acceleration. This tactical adjustment reflected knowledge drawn not just from frontline clashes, but also from flight testing the Wildcat itself. By 1943, references to the captured plane disappeared. It was likely scrapped or lost in a training accident, common for test aircraft without genuine spare parts. Yet for a brief time, it provided immense value to Japanese intelligence and engineers. It offered first-hand data on U.S. design philosophy, production methods, and combat priorities, particularly the focus on toughness and pilot survival rather than raw maneuverability. Want to learn more? Check the description for links to my ebooks, or search for Adrian Lingsford on A.